Shout out to all our followers from South Africa. We love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much for showing us love, for the positive feedback.
We would love to get there soon. So for you
we're coming
all
to South
too.
Africa soon. We're coming to South Africa
For
soon.
you all
we're
too.
working on it.
Reach out to us.
Reach out to us. So we want to say thank you guys very, very much. Lord have mercy. Everybody always talking.
I got something to say. Hey! You got something to say. Hey! We all got something to say. Hey! So have your morning coffee with the ballads today. I got something to say. Hey! You got something to say. Hey! We all got something to say. Hey! So have your morning coffee with the ballads today. Morning coffee. I got something to say. You got something to say.
Morning coffee with the ballads today. Kids.
What a beautiful Sunday. Chill on the balcony.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine?
Won't you be mine?
Would you be my neighbor?
Please, won't you please?
We went to church this morning.
Well, we didn't go to church because we are.
My wife always wanted to be Jesusly correct.
Babe, don't say that. You make me. Babe, don't say that. No, you make me sound like I'm an uptight religious person. I'm not an uptight religious person.
We went to church this morning. Faith Fellowship Ministries, Pastor John and Elena Wagner. Love you guys. We're back
Now,
home.
don't embarrass them, babe. Now, since you already said their names.
Since I said y'all names, I might embarrass you
So
now.
you probably will.
Well, you know. Anyway,
They're not responsible. Let's just make.
they're not responsible for
Let's just make
my
this
mouth.
disclaimer
or...
right now, babe. Nobody's responsible for his mouth. Like, I'm not even responsible for your mouth. My job often is to do this. And I do it with love. Never like, shut up. Just like, hold on, honey.
Never. All right.
And I love him. And I love your mouth.
Sometimes you just gotta take. Thank you. I'm glad you love my mouth. Would you look at this?
You already even see it.
Would you look at this anyway?
Babe, you want to hear a joke? I'm dropping.
Go,
I
tell me a
dropped my
joke.
cake, babe. We're already gonna embarrass them.
Tell me a joke.
What did the spoon say to the fork?
I don't know what this spoon says.
Fork you looking at? Babe, I got another one. I got another one. What did the spoon say to the fork?
What did this spoon say to the fork? Honey?
Fuck's your problem. Fork is your problem.
You talk about my mouth, and I was supposed to be your mouth.
Fork. F-O-R-K.
Anyway, we just wanted to say good morning. We're having our probably one of the last New Jersey beautiful weather days.
Ah.
So why not? Why not chill, enjoy our morning coffee?
Does anybody else miss summer? Am I the only person that misses summer?
I miss summer all the time because I'm a Leo. All the time. I miss summer.
I've been in mourning.
I'm a summer baby.
I've been in mourning over of summer
You guys miss summer?
the last couple of weeks.
Yo, guess what?
Gee, babe.
Sorry.
In my ear.
We just purchased our dream car. Okay, we just purchased my dream car. It only took 36 years.
It didn't take 36 years.
36 years.
Okay, honey. Well, it's not like you started looking when you were 1, babe.
Hey,
You didn't start looking for the car when
Okay.
you were like 5.
30 years. I'm 47. So almost in every video that we've done so far, I've said I was 47 years old. The point of that,
He's been saying that since he was 46, though.
thank you, because I'm proud that I'm 47 years old.
No kidding, babe. Everybody knows. you're
I'm proud I'm 47 years old.
And
So
how old am I, babe?
35. I'm rocking the cradle. What you gonna do?
Obviously, I'm not.
She's 45. Anyway, listen, real quick. we did a video the other day on mental illness, and so my wife wanted to clarify that I wasn't crazy.
Yes, I wanted to clarify
that I wasn't crazy.
that what.
Although by this intro of this video, you
I
made
don't think anyone should feel ashamed if that is something that you have been dealing with,
right.
or something that you've been diagnosed with. I don't think you should feel ashamed. It's just that really our point was this, that you should not neglect your mental health.
Right.
And we were speaking about men
in particular,
and black men in particular.
Correct.
That often women are guilty of this as well, though. But it's very important to not neglect your mental health.
Correct.
Because it is a very big part of your overall health. Very, very big, and too often, with men, we're not mindful that this is something that we should be taking care of, that we should be paying attention to. We're just not mindful, and that for black men in particular, there are stresses beyond what other men have, and other men do have many really big stresses, but black men have some stresses on top of those stresses, and in addition.
Especially in today's, y'all see how we was joking and laughing and how we get serious real quick? It's about a baby. Anyway, but I think a men's mental health issues is very important to tackle. I wanted to say this about it though, just real quick too, because so we talk about, so today we'll talk about men and mental wellness, because we got to be well. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. I said it to say a lot of the issues that we face come from our own hearts, our past. And so a lot of times we begin to live out those dominant thoughts, those
of fears,
disappointments, hurt, rejection,
so-called failures.
Correct. One of the things that was in my heart that I wanted to stress today, not just because we went to church, because we go to church often, is that my faith and my foundation is in Christ. But I know I'm talking to men of different races, of different religions, and some who just don't believe in God, don't want to talk to God. My personal belief is that you have to believe in God. One of the things about men and mental wellness is we have to surrender, or we have to believe in a God that's greater than us, because some of the things that we face, we can't just overcome through self-control, through self-effort. Even with getting help and talking to a psychiatrist, that's a portion of the help. But to me personally, my foundation is a right spirit. And so when your spirit is right, I believe I can draw on God's power and his grace to manifest that.
And not even really
throughout my life.
When it's right. It's when you take care of it. When you take care of it, because a lot of men don't take care of their spirit, so to speak. They just live as if they don't have one.
Correct.
As if they don't have one at all. But then when you live like that, there are problems that will manifest in your life, because we're just not created to live that way, because we actually are a spiritual being. And a lot of the issues that men deal with and problems that men face, I don't think that we realize a lot of times it does stem from neglect of their own personal health and well-being.
I shared this story before.
Can we say this real quick, honey? Like in magazines, and when you have forums like this where where it is discussed, we still discuss what men are doing or what they're not doing. But if we don't understand where that comes from, we're wasting our time.
Right.
If we don't understand the root of the issue, we are just wasting our time.
Right.
For you personally, I've seen it, and I know you can say this, but I've seen it where when you start looking at yourself, start looking at your life, and you start thinking about what you're thinking about why are you thinking the way you're thinking, what caused
it,
these thoughts. That's when you start getting healing. That's when the changes start to take place. And what society teaches, or what this world teaches primarily, is for men to just sort of suppress or to try to modify your behavior. So if you're feeling a certain way, you're thinking a certain way, try to just change your behavior.
Correct. Yeah.
But you can't. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. And even if it works,
you got to go to the root. You got to
at
go to
best,
the root. Right.
it works
Temporarily, right.
sometimes.
Right.
Suppression is never a good idea. I just want to say that. It's never a good idea. Never. Because it's going to come out sooner or later.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've shared this story before, probably dozens of times. I want to say when I was about maybe 5 or 6 years old, my stepfather made my brother and I a bowl of oatmeal. But this is going back in the early 70s. Or late 70s, I'm sorry. And it was just water and oats, no sugar, no milk, nothing. It was disgusting. And I remember he said something to me like,
old school oatmeal.
old
too.
school,
Not like
it wasn't like
quick
this stuff.
oats.
That was no quick stuff. And I got beat really bad for not eating all my oatmeal. And this is me reflecting back on that situation. I didn't realize how that impacted my life till I was in my maybe mid-20s or maybe almost 30 years old. The feeling of unworthiness. As I began to reflect back at it, the things I did throughout my teenage years to keep trying to please him, try to please
to gain
people.
approval.
That's it. To gain approval. And
validation.
See, this is the key about men. We get praised because we accomplish some great feats in life. So the world loves, oh my God, a black man, look at what he's doing. And I'm all for that, I'm okay with that. But at the same time, while we are accomplishing these things, we're destroying people around us. And so, like my wife said, I always want to go back to the root of the problem because I believe in being successful. I believe in godly success, 1,000%, no more, no less. When I say godly, when I say success, I'm not just talking about money. To me, money's not success. Success is my wife being happy, my life being at peace. You know what I'm saying? The bills being paid, what we drive, what we doing, what we don't drive. That's not success to me. My family turning out okay. I can't say I've always been very successful in that regard, but I'm learning. But looking back at that situation, it taught me to stop doing so much. And honestly, I catch myself still now.
It made you look at your motivation.
My motivation, why I did what I did. Because now, once you become popular, now you got a bunch of people just praising you all the time, and it feels good.
And that became a problem for you.
Absolutely.
But imagine the men who never even had that.
True. And you know what's funny? One of the things that happened to me, I was doing this photo shoot one time. It was a big photo shoot, lights, camera, big budget photo shoot. I remember walking away from him and I just felt empty inside. It's like the higher I begin to climb, the more empty I started to feel inside. And I'm like, God, what is this? And it wasn't until we got married that I began to go back to the root and really ask God to help me get through some of these issues. So we're talking about wellness. And so, long story short, sometimes you gotta go, brothers, you gotta go back to the root and find out why you're doing what you're doing. Why are you acting the way you're? Why are you lashing out? Why do you abuse women? Because it may not be your father, it could have been your mother. Your mother could dog women out so bad, talk about women so bad.
Or talk about the dad.
Or talk about the dad. And then so you have your mother's voice in your head dogging women out. So every time you meet a woman, you by default, you just dogging her out.
Or maybe you didn't respect her.
Or you don't respect her.
As a woman.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So we have to have faith. We have to have faith. Whatever your religion is, you have to embrace it, because all I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, no matter how much self-effort I have, no matter how many people I talk to, I got to go back down to God. I need your help. I need you to help me get through this thing. And it is that ultimate power of grace that causes all of us to grow. So,
it's that
wellness.
Connection.
Wellness. Keeping yourself at peace. Like right now. We could be in a house.
You can't have your wife have a peaceful home, make somebody happy.
You can't do it.
The thing is, you have to just grow from within.
Right. Yeah, that's it, man. So we hope this helped. Mental wellness is important. The friends we hang around. If our friends are negative, if our friends are cheating on their wives, cheating on their girlfriends, if they don't speak favorably of marriage. I'm not saying that you don't have issues and challenges in marriages. I'm just talking about
Are they committed?
being derogatory, and there's a lack of commitment to the marriage. These are all things that pertain to men and mental wellness, because everybody we're around, they're feeding us. Spirit,
And
soul,
I want to
body.
say a lot of times it affects, especially black men again. It does affect. Nobody really pays attention to dad's health or
Sure.
dad's or it's usually the father until
It's too late.
they're forced
Mhm.
to start paying attention.
Mhm.
So what happens is, because again, often men suppress, or they're not even aware that they should be paying attention to their mental, emotional, spiritual well-being. And then the wife is probably not doing it, and probably nobody else around them is doing it because they're presenting themselves as if they're perfectly fine.
Yeah, which I do a
So
lot.
often it comes to a head where literally the man gets sick.
Sick,
Now
yeah.
we depend on him. That's our rock.
Because all of these mental issues eventually will wear down the body.
Right.
And that's what we're talking about.
So we don't want. So
Right,
you don't
before
want
you
things to get to that point.
Correct.
You have to pay attention because by the time it gets to that point, obviously you can't go back.
Yeah.
You don't get the time back. You don't get to do it over. Some people never get a second chance, so it doesn't have to come to that. If you love someone, yes, you have to look out for each other in every aspect.
Yo, we love you guys. We hope we'll continue this conversation in different ways, but my wife did bring up a great point. We talk about mental illness, but it's more about mental wellness, and so it is well with my soul, and that's what I wanted to say. Every day I'm learning, I'm
And
growing.
we all face mental challenges. Let me just say that, too. Sorry. We all deal with mental challenges, so don't be afraid to let somebody know when you're dealing with some struggles.
Gotta
Because
talk to the
we
right
all
person,
have
though.
this inner
Right,
dialogue. Yes, that's very
Right,
important.
right.
We all have this inner dialogue that takes place all day, every single day.
Obsessive
So,
thinking.
therefore, because human beings are very complex
Right.
beings,
Right.
we have mental struggles. We have a mind that is working all the time.
Right.
We all we have some struggles
Right.
in our head.
Right. Absolutely.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
It does not mean that you are
Absolutely.
mentally ill.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. You gotta just find a balance.
And again, if you have any type of mental illness,
Go get
it's
help.
nothing to be ashamed of.
Exactly. Go get help. Don't sit there and destroy everybody around you, yo.
Or just suffer.
Or
Or
right.
just suffer
or suffer through
in
it.
silence. Yeah.
Hope this helped. Look, if you guys are having a relationship event, hit the ballots up. If you're having a men's event, hit me up. If you're having a women's event, hit my wife up. Somewhere on this page, there's an email, contact. It's social media. You can find us. Shout out to all our followers from South Africa. We love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much for showing us love, for the positive
We
feedback.
would love to get there soon. So for you
We're coming
all
to South
too.
Africa soon. We're coming to South Africa
For
soon.
you all
We're
too.
working on it.
Reach out to us.
Reach out to us. So we want to say thank you guys very, very much. We're the Ballots. I'm Robert
Can I
Ballot.
give a personal shout out
Sure,
real
go
quick
ahead.
to my girl Monica and Miss K,
Monica.
her mom, Miss K.
All right. Can I give a personal
Thanks,
shout out real
thanks
quick?
for all your love and
Can I give a
support.
personal shout out real quick?
Yes, honey.
I'm joking. Listen, we love you guys. I'm Robert Ballot.
I'm Jamila Ballot.
We are the Ballots. Mwah. And you're welcome.
We love you all.
We love you.